Welcome to this special coverage on Bloomberg Quint. We are in conversation with the management of Tata Power on their quarterly earnings. We are joined by Praveer Sinha. He's the CEO at Tata Power. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Bloomberg Quint. This time in the fourth quarter, sir, we have seen a sharp decline in profitability. If you could just take us through the quarter gone by and what is the outlook as far as FY20 is concerned for Tata Power, and what could be the strategy in terms of your operations, especially in power generation?
Thank you for having me on the show. If we look at the quarter four as well as the whole year, we find that on all our parameters, the company has done very well, whether it is in terms of the operating income or the operating profit or the EBITDA or the PAT before exceptional items. It's only the exceptional items which are more of adjustments which takes place on an annual basis. That's where the challenge has been there. But apart from all on operational basis, the company has done exceedingly well. Our operating income for the quarter has gone up by 6%. Similarly, on YTD basis, our operating income has gone up by 12%. Our operating profit for the quarter has gone up by 28%, and on a YTD basis, it's gone up by 8%. Our EBITDA for the quarter has gone up by 35%, and our YTD is 7%. Our PAT for the quarter has gone up by 119%. It's 259 crores again. 257 crores against 118 last year, same quarter. On a YTD basis, it has gone down by 9%. So I think on all operational parameters, the company has done exceedingly well. All plants have performed well. All businesses, whether it is the renewable business or it is our existing generation business, transmission and distribution, all of them have done exceedingly well. And we expect that in future quarters, we will sustain our momentum.
Okay. Mr. Sinha, on a consolidated basis, we have seen some pressure on the margins. Also, I was going through a brokerage note which said that the spreads for the Indonesian coal operations are at a 10-14 quarter low. So if you could tell us how really are the coal mining operations going out in Indonesia, and as far as your dues from your JV partner in Indonesia are concerned, what is the status on that?
As far as the Indonesian coal is concerned, last year from 1st April, a new law came in which mandated that all the coal companies have to sell 25% of their produce to the local power generating companies, and they had to sell that at a predetermined price. What we saw that in many of the quarters, the prices, the predetermined or the government fixed price was much lower than what we would have got if we would have sold it in the international market. Fortunately, in the last quarter, what we saw that the prices have come down, and there was no negative for sale of coal in Indonesia. So we expect that in future also there would not be huge variance between the price fixed by the government for local sale for the domestic marketing obligation and the international prices, because if the prices are low, then we do not have a hit on that. And we expect in any case this is only up to December of this year, and we expect that this may not get extended, and we may be able to see not huge variance between the international price and the price set for the domestic market.
Okay. Sir, and with respect to the dues that are pending from your partner with respect to the stake sale in the Indonesian coal mine, last time when we spoke, you said that they are obliged and there is obligation to pay to Tata Power. What is the status on that?
Right now, there were elections in Indonesia like in India, and they are waiting for the results to come, and then the government over there will take a call on this issue. Nothing has been decided, and we continue to do advocacy with the government and also with our partners to see that the difference which was there between what was agreed and what was the HPA price which was fixed by the government, if we can get the benefit out of that.
Okay. And Mr. Sinha, renewables was a focus of your company, few quarters back. Now, there are talks that there are a lot of non-core assets and certain businesses that Tata Power is looking to divest. So, in the entire strategy pool, where does the renewable power portfolio stand as a business for Tata Power? And with respect to the non-core businesses, what is that Tata Power would like to divest at this point in time?
These are two separate issues. Let me try to first address the renewable issue. Renewables growth has been seen in last 1 year. We've added 200 megawatt capacity and another 400 is under implementation, and we expect the benefit of this to come in the next year onwards. We have also looking at growing our portfolio in renewable projects. We expect nearly 20,000 megawatt of bidding to happen in next 3 to 6 months, and we will be actively participating in all those bids. We expect to grow our present portfolio by 6 to 10 times in next 5 to 6 years, and that's our huge ambition. Secondly, we have also started working on rooftop solar. We've already gone to 18 cities up to 31st March, and we expect to become a 100-city rooftop company by end of this financial year. So there is a huge penetration of rooftop solar that we are doing with all types of customers, whether they are commercial, industrial or residential consumers. Apart from that, what we have also doing is giving a huge thrust to solar pumps and microgrids in the villages, and we have a very ambitious plan to grow. So renewable business as such will be a mainstay for the company in the years to come by. As far as the divestment is there, some of our international investments, especially the ones in South Africa and Zambia, and at some stage Georgia also, we would like to divest and use that money for the growth that we are planning within the country. So huge plans of growth that we have. Apart from renewable, we will also be growing through our platform, the Resurgent platform, and also through the distribution work. So I think we are putting together a plan whereby we will deleverage our balance sheet, have enough money for our growth, and consolidate to that extent.
Okay, and one big thing that the analyst community, the markets, and your investors are looking out for is the resolution of the Mundra power plant in Gujarat. We understood that there was a CRC order on Adani Power. However, your resolution process is probably taking much more time. If you could, give us an idea, sir, as to which are the states which are yet to agree to the revised terms, including the state of Gujarat and Haryana, and what is the timeline in which you are looking to get in touch with the states and complete the entire resolution process and take it forward with CRC?
As you rightly mentioned, the CRC has approved the resolution for Adani Power along with the Gujarat government. Similarly, in our case, Gujarat government has agreed to the modification of the PPA based on the recommendation of the HPC. When the PPA and the HPC report was sent to various states, some of the states had certain concerns. We have interacted with all these states and we have now resolved all of those issues. We expect that in next 1 week to 10 days we'll go to CRC, and with the revised arrangement that we have come with all the states, and hopefully in next few months we should be in a position to get a final decision from CRC. As you would have seen in the case of Adani's also, the order was given by CRC based on the arrangement between the buyer and the seller. In this case also, we expect that since there are 5 states and the resolution has happened, we should be in a position to go ahead and conclude with all the 5 states.
Okay, and we wish you all the very best for that, Mr. Sinha. Thank you so much for taking out your valuable time and speaking to Bloomberg Quint. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So that was the management of Tata Power talking about the prospects of the business moving forward, and also they're hopeful of getting some resolution and tariff hikes for the Mundra power plant after the CRC verdict, which is expected very, very shortly. Stay tuned to Bloomberg Quint for more news and business news updates.